sweetie. How was your day?
One of those days that was just so terrible and stressful, and everyone was mean to me, and it was really busy, and it was just a bad day, a real bad day.
Well, dang, sweetie. I'm sorry that you've had such a bad day. I don't mean to burst your bubble or anything, but I kind of had a really good day, so I'd like to tell you about it. Maybe it'll cheer you up a little bit. I have got to tell you, I have had the craziest, best day, one of the best days of my life. And I've got to tell you all about it. So, like, me and Hayden are walking through this field, and it's like a 500-acre field. And say, like, this is the corner of the field, this part of the book right here. Well, I jump a deer right here, and I spook it off, and it's in the middle of the dark. And this is right before daybreak, so I'm like, oh, crap, I don't want to scare another deer. So I sit down in the corner of this field, and I'm sitting there, and I crouch down beside a tree. Next thing I know, the sun's coming up barely, and this doe pops out like 20 yards away. Well, it starts walking towards me. I'm like, oh, man, this thing's really close to me. So it puts its head down, so I get a good rest, and I can't really tell what it is at first. And I'm like, is this a buck? So I get it in my scope, and I'm like, oh, it's just a doe. So I sit down, and I get even lower. And this deer starts walking right towards me. Well, what I didn't realize was, like, right here to my left, I'm right on a deer trail. So it walks up right beside me. Babe, are you okay? Are you doing all right today? Like, are you good?
No, I just really don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
So she starts walking, jumps over this little log, and I am not kidding you. She is 5 yards from me and turns her head and stares right at me. I'm like, oh, no. And I'm being dead still, trying not to breathe, like taking short breaths, trying not to let my chest move. And I'm like, my heart's just pumping out of my chest. So she takes a couple more steps and is literally like 3 yards from me. I can literally reach out my gun barrel and touch her. I'm like, holy cow, this is the most intense thing I've ever been a part of in my life. I'm like, I've never had a hunt like this ever. And so she just kind of looks at me and then walks beside me, and I'm afraid to turn my head. And at this whole point in time, the whole time I'm just staring straight ahead. And she turns and looks at me. She's so close I can reach out and grab her with my left hand, and just walks right on by. I'm like, oh my gosh. And she jumps over these little brush piles behind me and goes down this little trail in this little opening in this field. And I turn around and she's just sitting there feeding and then walks away. I'm like, geez. It was intense. It was insane. I can't even explain it. It was so crazy.
So anyways, like, after our deer hunt, we go home to change out of our clothes and stuff.
Like, rather than going to the store going to town to get pizza, he's like, do you just want to call pizza in? I'm like, yeah, let's do that. And he's like, well, get this, like, Brick Oven delivers. I'm like, what? I'm like, Brick Oven does not deliver. He's like, yeah, dude, Brick Oven delivers. I'm like, no way, I did not know that. So I'm like, sweet, yeah, let's call in some Brick Oven.
Baby, are you sure you're okay? Like, are you all right?
No, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
So we call in a sausage and a pepperoni, and you know sausage is my favorite pizza, so we're like, heck yeah. So we get this awesome sausage pizza, and it'll just melt in your mouth. Cheese is pouring off of it. I'm like, this is the best day I've ever had. It's crazy. Like, babe, I can't even tell you how happy I am. Like, this has been the craziest day. I hope this is cheering you up. Baby, are you sure you're okay? Like, for real, like, are you okay? Are you fine?
Just stop asking me. Just stop asking me.
Okay, I don't know what your deal is, but I'm just trying to be concerned about you because I care about you and I'm trying to communicate with you. And I don't know why you're acting like this, but I'm getting freaking sick and tired of it. This is ridiculous.
I get some lyrics on there. Baby's rocking them blue jeans, even though she can barely hold those pretty eyes open. She still finds a smile for me, yeah. Got her hair up in a mess, and she don't know she's beautiful. Lord knows she gets to me when she's wrapped up in a faded t-shirt, singing out to her favorite song, and we're dancing in the kitchen all night long, stealing kisses and wearing my clothes, making this house a home. Works her fingers to the bone, she's the reason for the song. She's a field with wildflowers in a sunset sky. She's a mason jar catching fireflies. She's the smell of honeysuckle down a dead-end road, soaking up the sunshine back home. Take her up to see my mama, the way she talks to my pa, like God sent an angel to Arkansas. 'Cause when she's wrapped up in a faded t-shirt, rocking out to her favorite song, and we're dancing in the kitchen all night long, stealing kisses and wearing my clothes, making this house a home. Works her fingers to the bone, she's the reason for the song. She's a mixed drink begging for a dance, saving grace my second chance. Sometimes we drift away. She's a cool breeze in a summer rain, the drop of a hat, it's a hurricane. And then we fight all night long, she's the reason for the song. She's wrapped up in a faded t-shirt, singing out to her favorite song.